Hello everyone, welcome to new class. Today's class is about Lissajous pattern. If two sine waves are applied simultaneously to the vertical and horizontal plates of a CRO, the light spot on the screen would trace a definite pattern. The patterns obtained on the screen are called Lissajous pattern or Lissajous figures. The shape of the Lissajous pattern depends on frequency, amplitude and phase relationship of the two sine waves. The Lissajous figures are used for determining an unknown frequency by comparing it with a known frequency, then comparing the phase relationship of two sine waves and checking audio amplifiers and feedback networks for phase shift. Next is CRO measurements. The various parameters such as voltage, current, frequency, phase, amplitude, etc. can be measured using CRO. First one is measurement of amplitude of AC voltage and DC voltage. A DC voltage is measured by applying it between a pair of deflection plates. The displacement of the spot on the screen is measured and DC voltage, that is the magnitude of DC voltage, is equal to deflection sensitivity into displacement of the spot. And an AC voltage is measured by applying it to the vertical plates and sweep is applied to the horizontal plates using internal sweep circuitry. Here also the distance the spot moves in the y direction is directly proportional to the voltage applied to the y plates. So the AC voltage, that is here the value of this AC voltage is the peak to peak value of the AC voltage, and it is given by multiplying the deflection sensitivity with the length of the vertical line. And if we want to calculate the RMS value, then we have to divide this value with the root 2. Next is measurement of phase. When two sinusoidal voltages of equal frequency which are in phase, so these two voltages are in phase with each other, are applied to the horizontal and vertical deflection plates, the pattern appearing on the screen. So how will you get the pattern? So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the 5 points. So let us mark these points. So this is 0 and these 0 are here. Then 1. So this is the point 1. Then 2. So here also 2 here. Then 3. So this is point 3. Then 4. So 4 is also here. So while combining these points, we will get a straight line. So when two sinusoidal voltages of equal frequency which are in phase with each other are applied to the horizontal and vertical deflection plates, the pattern appearing on the screen is a straight line. Similarly, when two equal voltages of equal frequency but with 90 degree phase displacement are applied to a CRO, then what will be the trace on the CRO? So this is the point 0, then 1, so 1, then 2, so in clockwise direction 2, then 2 here, then 3, so 3 here, then 4, so 4 also here. So while combining these points, we will get a circle. So when two equal voltages of equal frequency but 90 degree phase shift are applied to the CRO. The trace on the screen is a circle. Also, when two equal voltages of equal frequency but a phase shift of phi not equal to 0 or 90 degree are applied, then we get ellipse. So, ellipse is obtained when unequal voltages of same frequency are applied to the CRO. So, there are some conclusions about this measurement of phase. Let two sine waves, this is VH equal to Vm sin omega t and this is VV equal to Vm sin omega t plus theta be applied across the horizontal and vertical deflection plates. Then we will get different Lissajous patterns depending upon the theta of the voltage applied in the vertical deflection plate. So, when phase angle difference theta is equal to 0 degree and 360 degree, that is both are in phase, then we will get a straight line. And when theta is 45 degree or 315 degree, we will get ellipse. And theta is equal to 90 degree or 270 degree, then it will be a circle on the screen of the CRT. Then if theta is equal to 135 degree or 225 degree, we will get ellipse. And if theta is equal to 180 degree, that is both are out of phase, then we will get a straight line. So these are our conclusions. When two sinusoidal voltages with the same frequency are applied, a straight line is obtained when two voltages are equal and are in phase or 180 degree out of phase. That is, when both are in phase, we will get straight line in this direction, and when out of phase, we will get straight line in this direction. And also in this case, the angle formed with the horizontal, that is the angle formed with the x-axis or horizontal is equal to 45 degree when the magnitudes of voltages are equal, and that angle is greater than 45 degree, that is the straight line formed with the x-axis angle is greater than 45 degree if the vertical deflection voltage, that is the y plate voltage, is greater than the x plate voltage, and that angle is less than 45 degree if the x plate voltage, and a circle is obtained when magnitude of the two signals are equal and also the phase difference is 90 degree or 270 degree.
But if the voltages are different, then we will get ellipse.
Ellipse is obtained when equal voltage of equal frequency but a phase difference which is not equal to 0 or 90 degree are applied. Ellipse is also obtained when unequal voltage of same frequency are applied. And in this case, if the y plate voltage is larger, then ellipse with vertical major axis is obtained, and if x plate voltage is larger, then ellipse with horizontal major axis is obtained. Next is measurement of phase angle. If two voltages of the same frequency are connected to the XY terminals, the phase difference is revealed by the resulting pattern. Consider two patterns, that is these are ellipse. Then the phase difference between the two waves is given by phi. And here we have sin phi is equal to y1 divided by y2, which is equal to x1 divided by x2. From this we get the phase difference between the two waves. Phi is equal to sin inverse of y1 divided by y2, and that is equal to sin inverse of x1 divided by x2, where y1 is the y-axis intercept and y2 is the maximum vertical deflection. x1 is the x-axis intercept and x2 is the maximum horizontal deflection. And here note one point that if the major axis, so this is the major axis, if the major axis of the ellipse lies in the first quadrant and third quadrant, that is the slope is positive, in that case the phase angle is either between 0 to 90 degree or between 270 also when the major axis of the ellipse lies in the second and fourth quadrant. So this is the major axis if it lies in the second and fourth quadrant. So this is first, second, third and fourth quadrants. So if the major axis lies in the second and fourth quadrants, that is the slope is negative, then the phase angle is either between 90 degree and 180 degree
or between 180 degree and 270 degree.
Next is measurement of frequency. One of the quickest and most accurate method of determining frequencies is by using Lissajous patterns. The unknown frequency signal to be measured is connected to the Y plates and the calibrated signal source is connected to X plate. So, to the Y plate unknown frequency signal is connected and to the X plate the calibrated signal is connected. Then the frequency of the calibrated or the standard signal is varied till a suitable stationary pattern is obtained on the CRT screen. Then the number of intersections of points are individually counted and the frequency ratio is given by Fe divided by Fh is equal to number of points of horizontal frequency divided by number of points of vertical frequency. That is equal to number of horizontal tangencies divided by number of vertical tangencies. So, tangency means the number of tangents touch up or bottom divided by number of tangents touch either side. So, the number of points of horizontal frequency means the number of tangents touch up or bottom and number of points of vertical frequency means number of tangents touch either side. So, Fv is the frequency of the signal applied to the Y plate, that is the unknown frequency, and Fh is the known frequency. So from this we can get the unknown frequency Fv is equal to Fh into number of points of horizontal frequency divided by number of points of vertical frequency. Let us do some problems. So these are some patterns obtained after calibration. So how will you find the ratio of frequencies, that is Fv divided by Fh? So it is equal to number of tangents touch up or bottom. So draw tangents here or here, that is up or bottom. Also on either side. Either side means you can draw a tangent here or here. So the number of tangents touch upside is, this is one tangent and this is another, so 2. Then divided by number of tangents touch either of the side. So in this side only 1, so it is 2 divided by 1, that is the ratio of the frequencies is 2 divided by 1 or 2 is to 1. Then in this case draw tangent either side you can draw. Then here the ratio is, here upper tangents are 3, then here it is 1. So the ratio is 3:1 for this case. And in this case, draw the tangents. Here also draw tangent. So here 1, 2, 3. So 3 is the upper tangents. Then here 1, 2. So this is 3 divided by 2 or 3:2. Then here also draw a tangent here. So either side you can draw the tangent. So here the number of upper points are 4. So 4, the side tangents are 1. That is 4:1. And this rule is applicable in all cases whether the Lysage's pattern are open or closed. So all these 4 are closed patterns and this is an open pattern. So the ratio of frequencies when open-ended Lysage's patterns are obtained can also be found by treating the open ends as half tangencies. So while drawing the tangent here, also here, then consider the open pattern as the half tangency. So this is half tangency and this is 1 point, then 1 point. So here we get 2.5. So in this case it is 2.5 divided by 1. So 2.5 means it is 5 divided by 2. That is, here we get 5 divided by 2 as the ratio of frequencies. Lysage's patterns. So thank you for watching the class. If you like the classes, please like, share and subscribe my channel.